She said, Wiley, are you ready for me? I'll do anything to fulfill your needs. Tell me what you want, and I got you, babe. Whisper in my ear while I'm driving you crazy. Smack it from the side while I'm dramming them thighs. Now I know
what zodiac signs are all about.
he was on point with one, goddamn.
Girl, I know you're sending me
signs of love making.
And you make me say,
ooh.
This how I'm feeling inside. Every line that I ride, I just hope I don't cry. I'm just spitting. Yeah, I'm just spitting.
hey, man.
Oh, shit. Hey, I'm tired.
Welcome back to another episode of Dropping Dimes.
Late night edition.
Another one.
God,
Late night edition. Listen.
After dark.
As a matter of fact, let me tell you how you know it's after dark. Wallace is just fucking eating corn chips on the set
Dessert.
as dessert. I don't
As
even know.
as dessert.
I'm not even sure what type of dessert that. But hey,
Everything after dinner dessert, bro.
Goddamn work.
but hey man, we appreciate y'all spending a little time with us.
Coming back. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we always appreciate y'all. You know how that
Back
go.
so you ain't got to hear me.
And of course, we hit you right up front with it. Subscribe, share, comment, like it, hit the bell. We got some notifications coming out. We about to do some big things. Brandon about to make some major moves.
Yeah.
Gonna start
Major moves.
replying back to the comments.
Man. I'm gonna tell you something so funny real quick. I was watching the pivot. And they
Fred.
did Fred exactly how y'all do me, man. That shit so goddamn
They
funny.
said he was in charge of the comments. He was in charge of the
He said
comments.
Fred gonna get with y'all. He gonna respond to everybody.
And he said,
Where did this come from?
yeah.
That shit was so funny. I said, damn, boy.
But yeah, man, welcome back to Dropping Dimes, brothers.
Yeah, man.
Sisters,
Welcome back.
family.
Welcome back. Yeah, we definitely family, man. So we appreciate y'all family coming back.
We do.
And rocking with us, man. In our little
I'm surprised y'all love listen to our truths.
every week
Our
family
truths.
reunion. Hey, this is Wallace. This is Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
We are the Dimetations.
Man, no, we not. Not tonight.
Oh,
I
We
was.
going solo.
yeah. He was definitely he had his David Ruffin moment. He was David Ruffin. I was Otis. I'm like, come to see you, Otis.
Man, hell no.
I'm David Ruffin.
So yeah, man, we're gonna jump straight in it.
Straight in.
And
Is it the deep end or the shallow? I might need my floaties.
man, knowing you is probably gonna be the deep end. I feel like you had a couple extra days to do some more research.
I actually didn't, bro.
You didn't?
I let it soak in. I looked at it and I just said, all right, it's gonna be what it is.
Yeah, I don't believe that shit at all. So man, we talking boundaries.
Boundaries. Like the out of bounds line.
I mean, that could be a part of it.
That is a boundary.
That's definitely a boundary. And we're gonna get right into it. Wallace, you ain't make no call. You know, y'all usually try to make y'all little calls up front.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going.
I definitely feel like you should go first. with
Definitely
the
not
boundary
going
shit.
first.
But it's cool.
So Wallace, man, let's
Get
talk
mine-
about it.
get
Let's talk
mine
about your
out
boundaries.
the way. Boundaries. Another thing that I have trouble with.
Damn.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And we go back to this, I guess it comes up all the time, is I'm a people pleaser. So when people want something or need something, or I go out my way to do something, like look, literally right now on my desk, it just says no PP, which is no people pleasing. Because it's just so ingrained in me to just, I'm trying
gotta
to
remind
go out
yourself.
my
He
way.
finna turn to a mean motherfucker.
I'm
You
just
gotta
gonna
remind
be,
yourself.
You should have put fuck people.
nah, I
Oh.
still care.
Oh, okay.
But I just gotta, know the boundary. And then what I did read and listen to over the last couple days is like setting boundaries is really teaching people how to treat you. And if you don't, you're inviting them to disrespect you because they don't know where your boundaries are. So me looking back at my life, my 33 years, I don't know why I became a people pleaser or I didn't know how to set boundaries, but in my later years, as of recent, I realized how much I hurt myself by not setting those boundaries and allowing people to do the things that they feel like they want to do, thinking I'm just gonna be all right. And internally, I'm feeling
shitty.
Yeah, I'm feeling shitty. Like I wish I would have said something. Like you say, you can't not say something. Like I have a problem saying something, and part of it is I didn't like confrontation. I'm a lot more okay with it now, but growing up, I was averse to confrontation, and being able to tell somebody, no, stop, or this, I feel this type of way about something, to me was inviting the possibility for confrontation. What you say, man? Speak up.
You sound like you've been touched before.
God damn.
No.
That's what it sounded like.
Touched by an angel.
Okay, all right.
Clear it up for.
But what I've learned is it's not a negative to stand. It's really just standing up for yourself and how you want to be treated. Because just because you treat somebody how you feel like you want to be treated don't mean they're going to treat you the same way. So sometimes you have to say, hey, I don't appreciate that. I don't like that. It's not necessarily a fight. It's just, hey, let me tell you how I want you to treat me. And honestly, to me, I looked at it as a test. Like, I'm going to tell you where the limits are. Now, if you say you're not going to, I'm not going to say abide, but if you're not going to respect those limits, and that tells me a lot more about this relationship. So, as in the recent years, and I'm really saying like the last 2 years, I've been kind of seeing, all right, bro, he don't hear me when I tell him I'm not feeling that. Or, honestly, with my wife, she ain't hearing me. And part of our disconnect has been me not feeling the respect, because I'm like, I told you this. But also I got to take responsibility in some of that, because for the last 10 years of our relationship, I haven't set no boundaries. I've been okay with everything. So now it's hard to untrain somebody that's been doing something consistently and it's been okay. But I have to be consistent in my setting and fortifying of those boundaries to help really give us a better relationship, so I can feel that respect in my relationship. So yeah, boundaries is something I'm highly aware of in my life right now. Even shit at work, on the football field, like I'm jokey brother with everybody. But that disrespect thing, hey, we gotta talk now.
Okay, that sounds different.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I never said I'm okay with disrespect, but we just have to address it a certain way.
Okay.
He's just in a certain way. He ain't saying like.
He said we got to talk about it, and I always say that. But he was like, no,
bro.
I've always said we had to talk about it.
Yeah, you said that on the field, and I was like, I don't know if I see that in your eyes.
So
he talking in his eyes.
So
talking in his eyes.
Time out. Hey, so why is it that you can say that? Like I told you I just wanted to talk to him.
Agreed, but I just felt a different kind of energy.
Can't do that. It's hypocritic.
No, it's not.
He just said if he was disrespected, he would have to have a conversation. Right. But when I felt disrespected and I tried to have a conversation, he didn't allow that to happen.
Nah, because I got your back, brother.
Man, get the fuck out.
Because look, if you felt what I felt from you, I hope you would have grabbed me too.
He said he saw your eyes and they didn't say conversation.
They didn't say
conversation.
Okay. All right. I was just confused for a second. That's all.
I'm glad we cleared it up.
All right.
You're welcome.
Shit still don't make it right, but
that's one of them. You got it.
Yeah. That's exactly what that is.
So since you chimed in and jumped in, what's boundaries like in your life?
I feel like I've been setting boundaries for shit a while.
I would probably agree with that.
Yeah, like even, I mean, shit as a kid, but I think like that shit come from like my dad, cause it was always on some. Don't let nobody do this, or don't go for that, or don't, you know what I mean? So that shit was always instilled in me. And so even with people, like it ain't, I mean, I like how you worded it, but my shit would be like, the shit I ain't going for. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going for that kind of shit. So if that's what you own, nigga, nah. You know what I mean? With friendships, with work, relationships, all that, right? So I try to have those conversations as to what, like my personality is, what may trigger me, what I ain't really going for. You know what I mean? So I try to set those early in the beginning. So that's probably why it ain't never been an issue for me. But even on the field, we was talking about that. Remember, well, it was like maybe 2 seasons ago when they was calling. He was calling the other dude like a fuck nigga and a bitch and all that. Yeah. And I just stopped everybody like, hey, listen.
Don't know
what
me that.
I don't know what y'all on.
Like, I don't want to be a part of it.
Bring that this way.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, so they might not know.
Yeah.
Cool. But I just want it to be known like, hey, I understand y'all talking to each other, but please, just don't say that to me because I'm not going to say that to y'all. Yeah. Right? And you said, some people don't give you the same respect that you give them.
Yeah.
But that's why I put it out there. Like, hey, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. So
please don't do it to me because it ain't going to be no fuck nigga back. Like, I don't even know you enough to call you a fuck nigga. So it'll be something different. So I feel like that's important. Just setting boundaries early. And it don't even have to be in that kind of situation. It could be anything. You know what I mean? Like, shit. Just offered you some food. What if and it was pork? Right? Yeah. You set your boundary with that. That may be something small, but if I would have just now I know you don't eat pork and I still be like, hey, try this and it's got something in it. Yeah. That's disrespectful to you. You see what I'm saying? So that's a boundary. But yeah, I feel like you should set boundaries early so it just won't be no miscommunication nowhere. And even in relationships, shit. Before I got with, my girl, it was, hey, I don't really rock like this. I don't really, go for that or whatever. And it was the same thing. Now, of course, in relationships, they gonna goddamn push that line.
Try that guy.
You feel me?
I just told my wife, I was like, if I give you an inch, you gonna take a mile.
They gonna push that line. But I will say, in my situation, and anybody I've ever dealt with, they kind of like, I know I ain't gonna go there, but I'm gonna get close. They know
like a 4-year-old.
Yeah, they know the line. So, but I just that's important. So. That's why I ain't really had no problems with it. And if you do feel like you want to cross the line, and that could just be like me not fucking with you no more, or me punching you in the face, or us probably not gonna work in a relationship. You know what I mean? So,
you ever had issues with boundaries? Like somebody continue, even a loved one, somebody that you can't just kick to the wayside. That y'all had to have an in-depth conversation about your boundaries, or you was like, God damn, I wish this motherfucker would stop, blah, blah, blah.
Nah. Because I know how to, get myself out of the situation.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this question. Have you ever found yourself being a boundary overstepper? Because I can see you being
Yeah, most definitely.
Yes, that's funny.
Yeah.
No, for real. Yeah. Like I can see him.
You say it. I know.
Yeah,
a habitual line stepper.
Yeah, like just overstepping all types of boundaries and shit.
Yeah, sometimes.
Ain't that being a hypocrite?
Yeah, most definitely. Hell yeah, it is. But I guess it just depends on the situation. Because I could just not respect you enough.
God, you know what I mean? Damn.
What? Nah, for real.
Damn, that's real.
I could just I could really not give a fuck about you. Like.
That's why you step over
your boundary, nigga. Fuck your boundary or whatever, whatever it may be. Not necessarily those words, but yeah, I've done that. But that was lack of respect, right? Because first, you gotta respect somebody in order to respect their boundaries, or get the consequences behind it. Yeah. So that means I wasn't scared of the consequences that may came behind it. Whether it was, let's say a girl, she don't want to talk to me no more. All right. Or if it was, an associate, like, bro, nigga, you weak. Shut up. You know what I mean? But that just mean, but the people that I respect and I fuck with, you know what I mean? Hell nah, I would never do that.
Yeah.
But I think we've probably all been guilty of that before. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you don't give a fuck, you just don't.
The person that comes to mind to me when I hear you say that, I'm like, I hope she didn't feel like this. Like my mother. My mother is one of them people that just take on everything from everybody. Mm-hmm. She's a giver. She's going to try to give everybody in the world the greatest of her at all times. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, in her mind, it's like, y'all don't never give me nothing back. So she feels used.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I hope she didn't feel like I didn't give a fuck because I would step over her boundaries because she allowed me to from the beginning. I didn't even realize my mother had boundaries until I was like 25, 26 years old.
My nigga learned a lot of shit late.
I did, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, she just was so open and giving.
Yeah.
So I just hope that, like, hearing you say that makes me very, very conscious of how I move in stepping over boundaries. Because I know I step over boundaries sometimes intentionally.
But okay, with parents, do that really count, or were you just being like a kid, like a kid? You know, to your parents.
At some point, you're not a kid, right?
But we kind of take that kind of shit for granted, right? Because I wouldn't say she thought you didn't care. I think she just would have thought you was being a typical child, you know, her teenager or whatever. You know what I mean? Because
I mean, I can see you.
That we don't look at it like that.
I can see you saying that as a kid, but I'm talking about like her holistic picture, like family, friends, people at work. Everybody's taking advantage of everything she's giving, and I know that I did.
But I'm talking about you.
Yeah, but
right?
so I'm hoping. I mean, at some point we're not kids no more.
Now them other people she probably do feel like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he said 25.
Like, that's not a kid
So,
no
yeah,
more.
but still, like, I think it's a different mindset because you're her child. Like, whether you're a kid or not, you're still her child. And we don't look at it like that because I could possibly be stepping over a line with my mama, but I'm not looking at it like as I don't give a fuck about it. I'm looking at it like it's my mom and she might let me get away with it.
Right, but how
you know
is
what I mean?
she looking at it? And not even like...
that's what I'm saying. I don't think she does. Because quick thing. I don't know how your mom is, but one thing about my mom, she ain't going for none of that kind of shit, like with no outside people. You see what I'm saying? That's why I feel like she probably wouldn't feel like that about her kid. And I'm probably 100% sure your mom don't feel like that about you.
I guarantee you at some point she's felt like he's using me. He's overstepping his boundaries. Now, my boundaries might be a lot closer than everybody else's.
Yeah.
But I step inside of them.
Yeah.
So I just hope when I get to those points, and I hope she understands that, I did in my mind, I'm your son, I can pretty much, it's
and that's what it is.
But as we get older, like bruh,
I think the same way you're looking at her is the same way she looked at you.
I hope so. But I just got real conscious of it when you said that, and I just hope she don't feel nothing like that, even as far of a boundary as I have stepped over.
Yeah.
Man, I
love you, Mom.
It's funny that you said that.
I love my mama too.
I had a conversation with my mom about like some of our family members like taking advantage of her. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's really just her kindness. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly
so like, definitely. And I've had some cousins that overstep boundaries, and my mom ain't the type to really check it. Yeah. So we did. Like, in a way that could have really separated us from the rest of our family.
That's
and
funny. I got a quick story after you. Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead.
A quick story. I was like 12. My older cousin up in Baltimore. And Baltimore people, they different. I'm just gonna say they are. Yeah. And we go up there, and everybody had Thanksgiving dinner. My mother made the gravy. Bro, my mother gravy is delicious. The bomb. Best thing I done ever tasted gravy wise. My cousin, it didn't look like what his mom made or my grandmother made it.
Right.
So he come in there, and I think he was like, man, who made this green shit? I was like, hey, my cousin wild.
I know.
I'm 12. My cousin's like 26 years old.
Yeah.
Man, I stood up to my big ass cousin like, bro, my mama made it. And it tastes. I'm like, I'm stepping out of myself because I'm defending her boundaries. Because she put her time and effort and love into making this for the family. Even though it may not look what you used to, but I get you put it on your plate.
Right.
You gonna take it down. One time I was like, I gotta defend my mama's.
But see,
boundaries.
that's kind of like how we talk to each other, right? We could be in a group talking, man, Brian, get your ugly ass on. Man, that nigga wild as a bitch. You know, da-da-da-da-da. But that nigga can't call you no bitch. Or I'm on his ass. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's an instance where I felt like I needed to defend my mother.
Yeah. That's definitely gonna always be.
Like we ain't never played about my mom. You know what I'm saying? And like she's always been that person who everybody else counted on without giving her credit for it, right? So like when one of my cousins had bagged my mom into a corner about some money.
Yeah.
And he was to borrow money. Yeah. Not like she owed him money. It was to borrow some of her money. And one of my cousins came and got me, and he was like, yo, man, nigga got your mama back in the corner. So when I got there, and like I kind of roughed him up a little bit, then his mom called the police on me.
A little bit.
My aunt, his mom called the police on me.
Yeah.
But she was sitting there when he bagged my mom into a corner and didn't say nothing to her.
Right.
So I was like, all right, cool. So when the police get there, we explained everything. And they was like, well, it sounded like he was defending his mama. Like, nigga, you just need to go. You're an adult. You should leave.
Yeah.
Right? So he left. Yeah. And, man, so I'm sitting at another one of my cousin's house. He circled the block. He come back around. He was like, man, he pulled up, called me out to the car. He was like, come here for a second. I walked out. I was like, what's up? He was like, man, don't put your hands on me like that, nigga. Blah, blah. I was like, I looked over there. I saw you had the car in park. I snatched his ass through the window.
That was an easy call.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I pulled this nigga through a Honda Accord window, and like we, you know what I'm saying, literally still just a little roughing up, because at the end of the day we still family, but sometimes you need an ass whipping to remind you. But it was like, bro, don't disrespect my mama, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like my mom may not set family. Man, she don't set strong. She don't set like steel gate boundaries. Yeah. She set like them dirt boundaries. You can kind of kick over and go through when you feel like
redraw the line.
Yeah. So like for us, we became border patrol. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was like, hey. Like and she started to realize it, because she'll be like, hey, you know, I don't want to cause no problem, but so and so did blah blah blah. We're like, bet, I'm on my way. But she knew how we was gonna handle it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that was my girl cousins and my nigga cousins. It was whatever. My sisters ain't never had a problem putting their hands on my female cousins. Yeah. Never had a problem putting their hands on them. One of my female cousins overstepped her boundaries with my sister about one of my nieces. My sister politely touched her ass up in a hallway so she couldn't even get away. You know what I'm saying? And look, ain't nothing like being trapped in a fight, boy.
Nigga, I got stuck in a desk one time. Like, you ain't gotta tell me.
Ain't nothing like being trapped during a
fight. Trying to get out the desk. Shit, ping, ping, ping. Boy, I know I done lost. Shit.
Before it even started.
But I think boundaries are super important, man, because like you said, it set a standard on how you want to be treated, right? And it lets people know this is how you're gonna treat me, or you'll be dismissed from my life.
Facts.
That's the easiest way to put it. Like, but what happens is you start to give certain people all this leeway. Right. You're like, you know what? I fuck with them, so I ain't gonna trip this time. Yeah. But what you're really doing is letting that person know that you can still disrespect me. Just don't do it big time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
they gonna keep
inching before you know it, like then you got to get real disrespectful with them to show them, like, to
reestablish,
to try to push them back, to show them back out to your like you said, your real line. But I think with any type of boundary, I had to learn how to still give a certain amount of grace too, because I've been a real high stepping ass nigga. I don't care. Like, you can put your boundary up and you said like a 6 foot wall. Let me put on my goddamn high jump shoes today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go across this motherfucker like at the Olympics.
Trump, this ain't shit.
You know what I'm saying? So I still had to give a certain amount of grace, because like you said, like our parents give that grace. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, we've overstepped boundaries. Like, your parents be like, look, you be in the house at this time, or it's gonna be some trouble. Yeah. And you like, man, it's whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or in romantic relationships, your girlfriend, your wife, they like, look, like, nigga, you getting a little out of control. And you like,
all right,
I pay the motherfucking mortgage.
See you tonight.
Yeah, I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? So I think if that grace has been extended, we don't have to, but I think that.
But it'll be nice too.
Yeah, I think that's just like how we was talking about. That's the cycle of it, right? That's the only way for that stuff to come back around to you, is if you actually start to extend that same type of energy, right? So I think, but I did have a problem setting boundaries when I was younger, because I didn't, and it wasn't so much, and I didn't look at it like from a respect factor, but it was just like the people pleasing, right? And wanting friends and wanting people to accept me and being accepted by people. So I allowed a lot of shit to go on, and I still continue to call these people friends at the time. And it was like I had to just kind of stop and say like, nah, these motherfuckers ain't my friend. Like it was just like a day it hit me, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like I don't like, and then that was when I went through a period of like, I don't really need no friends.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of cousins. You know what I'm saying? And a gang of motherfuckers, like tons of them.
Y'all all giants. Too.
Yeah. So I didn't at that point I didn't need friends outside of my family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or at least I didn't feel like I did. I probably did. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I could care less.
Yeah.
But it was just having to go and really reestablish or set boundaries firm enough. And then I just realized, like, once you overstep that boundary, it wasn't no need me being your friend no more.
That's where you talking is like bringing up memories of me being like bringing people inside of my boundaries just to be accepted.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell y'all one, and I know Brandon gonna laugh like shit.
No, I'm not.
Bruh, y'all know I started playing football late. So I'm playing my junior year of high school. We playing North Clayton in a jamboree game. The game don't even matter. Goddamn, I'm back there as a punter. Man, I dropped that thing and it hit the ground before I kicked it. So the ball
like Canadian League
went straight up. The ball went straight across the ground, hit the damn O line, and bounced around. And they got the ball like on the same yard line we hiked it from.
This motherfucker.
So we had a thing, and Cam was the quarterback. So if somebody really fucked up, he would go smack him in the head. And I was like, "No, I'm straight, dog."
You just gotta do two.
Set my boundaries.
Okay.
Oh shit! I pour it for you.
It'll be sitting there.
My friend.
Hey, so look, he didn't do that to me when I fucked up like that.
Yeah.
Me wanting to be welcomed inside of the team.
This man wanted to be slapped outside.
Bruh, this how bad it was though. I went over to Cam. He fussed at me, and I said, "Bro, go ahead and slap me in the helmet." At 16 years old, I told this man to step inside of every boundary that there is and hit me in the head. That's how bad it was for me as a kid, just wanting to be accepted, wanting to be a part. And I've had to grow from that. But yeah, that's something that I will say I did and accepted into my boundary.
So let me ask you this: Have you ever set like a boundary in like your relationship?
That's the craziest shit I
and
ever heard in my life.
And you ever set a boundary in your romantic relationship and your partner just overstepped that boundary and didn't give a fuck?
Hell
like
yeah.
Kept going?
Hell yeah.
Like how do you check it though?
Now?
Are we still figuring it out?
Now my thing is try my best to call it out when it's happening. Because I'm real good at just like swallowing shit, just holding on to it, and then I go either do some dumb shit or I blow off the top. So my thing now is like, hey, that's what I was talking about right there. Whenever something happened, because I'll say some shit, she be like, tell me an instance when it happened. Man, I can't tell you when something happened.
We know.
I can tell you how I felt.
So I'm gonna tell you what was crazy about me, and this is what I learned I was engaged a long time ago, right? And I was going to premarital counseling.
Yeah.
And my ex could have been like, tell me when it happened. And I'd be like, June 3rd, bitch.
You good.
June 3rd.
You good.
Because I used to keep a running tab. I didn't speak on it right then.
Yeah.
But I used to literally jot this shit down in my head. And if it ever needed to be addressed, I could bring it back up. Right? And when I was going to premarital counseling, the bishop of my church, Bishop Frederick Hardy, he was like,
Eddie Long?
No.
Oh.
No, brother.
No, not him, though.
He said you can't say you love somebody if you keep a running tab of the shit that they do to you.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yes, we know what we saying.
I was like, so should I say I don't love her? Yeah. Like, cause I'm gonna keep this tab, brother. Yeah. Cause I can assure you I'm gonna need it. You know what I'm saying? And then that was when I realized, like, I probably just didn't need to get married at that time.
What they used to tell me going into marriage, they said you can't keep score in marriage.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, same concept. Yeah. That shit is hard though.
Like, yeah, because it's kind of human.
It is.
Like, cause as a human, I want to get my lick back. You hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. Yeah, nope, I'm gonna get you when you least expect it. And your ass walking over some stairs, I'm gonna hit your goddamn foot. See how this shit work out for you, bitch.
See you in the morning.
Right. See you in the hospital.
If somebody come get you.
Right. But it's just like, I think, man, like it's definitely a learning process. But I know.
Do you do that in your regular relationships? Like, just your homeboys, your partner do this. Of course, they can get a little closer in their boundaries. But your partner do this, you be like, all right, brother, I got this one. He do it again. All right, that's 2 times June 26th.
No, it don't work like that. That shit don't work like that.
I'm asking you, do you do that? So you know.
I think I have in the past.
Yeah.
Like, especially if I felt like if I felt like this relationship was becoming one-sided.
Yeah.
And that was what I like. Before I moved here, I ended a friendship with a dude. Man, had been cool with him, but I felt like it was one-sided as fuck, right? And like I was like, damn, that shit was shady. And my cousins was pointing shit out. Like my younger cousins, like that was like street niggas. Like they was like, bro, we about to beat this nigga ass. And I was like, y'all chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was really pulling them off the nigga a couple times. And he didn't even know. And then I realized, like, I was like, I'm really stepping in on this nigga, like stopping shit from happening to him a lot. And you still shady over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, you could have been stomped to sleep. And I stopped that, and you still doing shit. Like one time, you know how like motherfucker be like 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, y'all 4, come on. And he was stuck outside.
Yeah.
So me and my other homeboy got in. This nigga left. Just left. Like
he was outside.
Yeah, like he didn't get in that 4. So that nigga left. Like he was like, man, fuck that shit. And
but he was gonna be in the next 4.
Nigga was number 1 in the next 4. And he, you know what I'm saying? Look, and he just left. So like,
you went from being number 5 to being number 1, bro. What more do you want?
Right. So my cousins was already in there. So they was like, yo, where that nigga at? I was like, oh shit. He must be coming in. Yeah. So we just kind of stood by the door waiting on him to come in. You know what I'm saying? Never came in. So I was like, so my other homeboy called him, was like, yo, where you at? Nigga was like, man, I just left, man. I ain't even been standing in line. Bro, you just stood in the line with us? So I was like, all right. But it was shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even saying that was like, in my mind, that's not even a boundary that I set because this doesn't happen.
Nah, but see, it's whole shit.
Yeah.
Right. And so
so it's still a boundary of whole shit. Like, you put it in a corner of itself. And like, does this fall under whole shit?
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's not necessarily a boundary, but you know, it's like a code between homies. Like, don't do no whole shit.
Leave another nigga at the club. Like, yeah. So
just call, bro. I ain't really going to go in the first place, bro. I'm about to just go to the crib. Just go ahead and say it, dog.
You can say that in the line.
But see, it's cool. We hanging in the line.
Yeah.
Everybody leave.
You got to say it in the line. Because now we can make a decision on what we want to do next. He
was trying to find his out.
Which makes it whole shit.
Exactly. He was trying to find it out. But I'm saying, like, bro, let everybody know what you're doing. It's simple. Communication.
Yeah. He was a habitual line stepper. You know what I'm saying? And it just got to a point where it was like, I'm either stop fucking with you or I'm going to put my hands on you. Yeah. So for your safety, I'll just stop fucking with you.
Yeah.
Because if I put my hands on you, you ain't built like that. So it was a safe space for him. You know what I'm saying? Safe move for him.
You saved it, man.
Yeah, it was a safe move for him. But you know, everybody think, and even to this day, he felt like it was everybody else's fault. Everybody else did him wrong.
That's usually how they do.
Yeah. How do you handle? How does that conversation go when you have to confront somebody about a boundary?
Man, depending on the type of relationship it was. Yeah, I was just about to say, like,
step first day of the job, somebody step overcross a boundary, or your wife, or shit, me.
I just feel,
is it all the same? Or
nah, hell no, it's totally different.
Yeah, I was about to say,
like your wife. Though.
Yeah,
it's gonna be sometimes I'll address it to get it to stop, but I'm not gonna revisit it. You know what I'm saying? Like and sometimes I don't even go into a full explanation. No. Yeah. Right. And then I move on from it. Like, if I feel like I need to give you some type of explanation, it's probably because I'm gonna keep you around in my life in some way, some form or fashion. But if it's like you just overstep some shit, like sometimes I don't feel like I need to go into a full explanation of what's going on with it. Like, nigga, I just said no.
I feel like for me, I subconsciously I gave you twice because I don't remember shit the first time you tell me, but you tell me a second time, I'm like, oh, nigga serious, or she serious, or they serious. So I'll be like, I give somebody twice. Maybe they forgot, but that second time, it's a real conversation. Like, hey, this is not acceptable around here. Like, folks, I'm bald headed. Bruh came around the office, the cubicle, shining today, ain't you? Hey, bro, come here. Don't touch my head no more. In the middle of the office, everybody watching, but I just got to set that boundary. Don't
Right
touch
here,
my head.
yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
touch my head. He almost did it again. I guess he just forgot. Came over, put it. He said, my bad, bro. But I had to set that boundary. And I was ready. The next time was going to be a different, an escalated situation.
Yeah.
But you got to set them boundaries, to me, in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't. Like I used to do is fester on that shit and then try to bring it up later on.
Bro,
You gotta handle that shit in the moment.
It's kind of like when you spank your kids. It's kind of like when you spank your kids. You have to let them know what they did, or they'll just be like, he just be beating us. And then you try to tell them later, and they don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no sense. Because kids don't remember, like, bro, because they hate you in the moment, of course, but then y'all friends again later on. And then you like, hey, you remember when you was in the store and you was knocking all that stuff over? You're like, no, I don't remember that. I'm 5. I don't remember anything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get to 40 and I struggle. You know what I'm saying? So
39.
I don't remember anything. So like, you have to go ahead. You have to let them know what happened in the moment. You know what I'm saying? When you spanking them, but it's like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them know what boundary they overstep. Let's fix this shit. Like, let me let you know what's going on right now. Because if not, you could later on. You like. But you ain't even seem upset about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You just let it happen.
Yeah, you seem like you
might have
cool.
been mad in your own corner, but
exactly.
you didn't say nothing.
So, yeah, man. Boundaries. I think this conversation could have went a whole bunch of different directions.
You gotta set them early.
Huh?
I'm saying boundaries. Make sure you set them early.
Hell yeah. Because people will put their Nikes on and run clean the fuck over your boundaries.
Big stepping.
I'm talking about, and won't give 2 fucks.
Yeah.
Won't look back.
But that's, if you set them and they still do it, that just mean they don't respect you.
To me, that let me know.
Not fuck with them no more. Yeah.
Just don't fuck with them no more.
Nah, for real.
You're right.
That's a good way to do it.
Cause respect is a huge thing. I'm gonna say with men, but definitely with me.
Yeah.
If you show me that you willingly disrespect me, and I'm not asking you for nothing to change the world or nothing, I just ask you to respect. Hey, I don't appreciate that.
And then with niggas, like with homies, like we don't really ask for much. You know what I mean?
Nah,
like,
we let a lot go. We cool with a lot.
We just talk shit mostly, but it's like,
but when
if I'm telling you, like, bro, nah, and you continue to do that, then you know.
Bruh. All right, last story. I was childish as hell in college. So
in college.
Ain't much changed. Hey, but it was one of my best friends in college. Look, his first name was my middle name. Like, we connected off of that first day of college. Yeah. And we in goddamn a lab, and I'm bored as shit, bro. And in high school, man, we used to throw paper at each other and shit. So I'm like, I'm balling up some piece of paper and just tossing at this nigga. Like, really just trying to get some attention for real. Yeah. So I'm over there throwing it at him. He took a few of them. And then he just fucking around and flipped around like, what the fuck, bruh? And in the middle of class, nobody else know what the fuck going on. And I'm like, this is my best friend. What the fuck are you doing, bruh? Yeah. But I was like, oh, he just really, like, looking back, he set a boundary, like, don't throw no paper at me, bruh.
Well, he should have said that. He shouldn't have embarrassed me like that. Fuck him.
No, I mean, saying, we all got to learn how to communicate.
Yeah, bro, come on. I would have been like, hey, bro, chill out. Nah. Like, nah.
Look. To make the story, he might have said that one.
Okay, all right. Well, it's your fault.
he overstepped.
Yeah. He might have said that. Chill out.
Don't fuck him.
But I definitely did it until he fucking flipped out.
Yeah.
But that was him setting a boundary. And look, I ain't never throw no paper at him again.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah, man, beat your ass. Bro, I'm gonna tell you, I had one of my closest homeboys. Like, my dog ain't had it wasn't no boundaries on chicks, right? Like, it'd be like, she a girl? She a real girl?
Okay, where we going?
Yeah, like she a real girl? Bet. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like when me and my ex broke up, when I was on my way when we was going to school in Tallahassee, like that was the whole reason I'm going to Tallahassee, to be with this girl. So like we get to Tallahassee and he was like, man, I saw her, man, and she was kind of cute. I was like, bro, don't play with me. He was like, no, like like that's my boundary, bro. Like that one, don't play with me.
And see that, and that's the thing. And I'm also say a lot of niggas used to get their feelings hurt because a lot of niggas would be like me. I never had no problem with like, oh nah, that one off limits.
Yeah.
You can have that one, like, but that one, nah, don't touch her.
When you say you ain't had no problems, what you mean? Like you ain't have a problem saying that?
Yeah, hell no, I ain't had no problem saying that. But niggas do, and niggas will be like, you'll be like,
playing
hey,
tough, tough for their homeboys, like
shoot.
Like niggas whatever,
I don't care about
like niggas whatever. I don't give a fuck. Then that nigga
score,
bro.
Now they upset.
Bro, that nigga in the room crying,
like nah,
crying
bro,
himself to sleep at night and
hey,
shit.
you better say what it is,
bro.
But of course, I don't know how this work as grown men.
I'm about to say a lot of times young men, they ego thing like I ain't gonna, my feelings ain't gonna get too tied up. And then when you actually see it live, you be like, oh, I actually do give a fuck.
Cause niggas be thinking they have some shit locked up and they don't. It's like, nah, nigga, you could try.
You could think they don't care.
In their mind, they probably like, man, I know he can't get her, and then he get her, and now you upset. So, bro, set your boundaries.
Set them early. Set them early.
And then look, he gonna go do it anyway.
Man, hey, no, now that's the whole shit right there. Now you can't do it.
You got to go see.
What if that's his one?
Bro, no, you won't. You don't even supposed to know if that's your one.
You get your one on certain shit. Like, some shit. Checked at the door. At the before.
It was mine, so it was your loss.
No, ain't no one.
You know what I'm saying? If I had her, you lost on her. You can't get her.
Yeah, it's over with. And I like her.
And especially, that's all I was about to say. Especially if it was that one.
You got a girl. I don't care. I like her. God damn it, I like her.
Never with her, brother. Never.
Hey, what about after we graduate?
Always off limits. Always off limits, bro.
That shit's so
Jesus
funny.
called me home. Still don't say nothing to me because you're being haunted by me.
He's like, Jesus called me home. But that's funny.
But nah, man, I enjoyed this, bro.
Yeah, I feel like boundaries it's an important talk, man. It's a must-have. Especially as you go forward into your romantic and your adult relationships and friendships. I definitely think it's something that you have to set it early, man, or you can fuck around and get ran over, like in real life.
You will.
But look, even if you don't set it early and you realize that you need to, go ahead and fight to establish it. Even if it's gonna be combative at some points, fight for it, because that's what's gonna give you an opportunity to really have that longevity in relationships.
Yeah, y'all be able to respect each other, better, because you'll know what lines not to cross and shit like that.
And the fact that you care not to cross,
and
that means something.
Thing. When you care, like, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. But if they continue to do it, that mean they don't give a fuck.
Might have to slap somebody.
You about to snatch him out of the car.
Might have to slap somebody. Put your hands on somebody, man.
Nah, man.
No?
But yeah.
No, yeah. Do that. Do your thing. Do your thing.
Let us know in the comments, what some of your boundaries.
Yeah, give us your number one boundary at least. Your number one. Because we talk boundaries and pet peeves and all that stuff. At least give us your number one. You ain't got to tell us all of them because, you know what I'm saying, you might be on there all day. But just give us your biggest one.
Hey, look, you might be able to put in words what we actually trying to say.
Yeah. Go ahead, man, y'all are real good at that. I be like, damn, I should have said it like that.
Y'all so smart. You so smart.
Well, invite us on the podcast.
Yeah.
No.
And Brandon, look, like,
hey, that's a boundary.
And Brandon, I understand what you were saying because I be like, damn, why ain't said like that?
Exactly, bro.
Shit sound intelligent as fuck when you said.
Y'all so smart.
Hey, look, Miss Briggs and Miss Ebony be on. I be like, God damn, yeah,
they deep. Listen,
y'all got such a small. We such a small.
Now we might have to get them on here one day. for the live audience.
For the live. Yeah, and listen. I was about to say, and that might be coming soon, real soon. But hey, man, thanks for giving us your time as always.
Every second of it.
Subscribe, share, comment, like it, hit that bell.
All that.
Man,
we appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
Dropping down, baby.
All right, baby.
This how I'm feeling inside. Every line that I ride, I just hope I don't